Well, good morning.
Good morning.
So as you can see, we have our fall starts here and our seeds, and we are heading down to the greenhouse. We have spent so much time just focusing on the house that the garden has really kind of, fizzled out. Yeah, it's been neglected. And honestly, the garden is really important to us, and so we're taking time away from the windows, and we're gonna get the garden cleaned up and our fall stuff planted, and we're really excited about it. Alright guys, so unfortunately our microphone stopped working at this point. We did not notice it, so I'm going to do my best here to kind of tell you what's going on. Levi just gave Ryder a green bean, which is one of his favorite things that comes out of the garden, and one of the only reasons he'll come down to the greenhouse. We kind of are making our way around just to show you how things are looking. It's definitely different than it looked in July when we did our last garden tour. We have slowly just been pulling all the brassicas out. The cabbage moths won that battle, and so we just took everything to the chickens, and they really enjoyed it. Here are our paste tomatoes, and they are still doing quite well. We've topped all the plants except for this one here that somehow got away from us, and we'll be doing a harvest a little bit later. Over here is where our cherry tomatoes are, and they're still going really strong. Lots to harvest there. Here are our slicer tomatoes and another one of our beautiful pink jazz tomatoes, one of our favorites. The orange accordions are also doing well, and we use those usually in our sauces. Here I start to pull out our celery. This year the celery really struggled. We know we were watering them enough, especially based on our roots that we can see here right now. The stalks never really kind of filled in. They stayed really skinny. We just put them into a bucket of water so that we can bring them in and process them later. Here we're at our green beans, and we're just harvesting what we can. You can see there's a lot of kind of disease at the bottom. There is kind of a second flush kind of beginning or coming back at the top here, but we really need this garden bed for the fall starts. So as you can see in here, we're just pulling off the rest of the green beans. Ryder absolutely loves them, so he'll probably be getting a majority of what's left here. So we just finished harvesting all the onions and the celery from the long garden bed, and now Levi is harvesting the onions from our middle beds where we'll be planting the fall garden. Our onions didn't do very well this year, but that was 100% our fault. We planted things a little too close together and they were shaded out, so they didn't quite get the sunlight that they needed. You can see here that Levi is cutting all the roots off and the leaves, and that is because we will be using these onions right away. Here I have a couple of different onions, but the really large ones are called Ailsa Craigs, and we will definitely be growing those again next year. Levi is harvesting our Scarlet Nantes carrots here. I love growing food. You never know what it's going to look like when you pull it out of the ground, and that's what makes it so much fun. These are great carrots. They grow really nice and long, and they have a really great flavor. We will definitely plan on making sure we plant a lot more carrots next season. Here we're showing some dahlias that we have in our front bed and this volunteer tomato, which is a red centiflora. Those clusters of tomatoes are just absolutely amazing. Here, this dahlia is at the end of its life, so we will be cutting that out. Here we have a bunch of melons, and our plan is to just trim out all the runners at the bottom, but keep the melons that are growing up top on the trellis. You can see we have a couple of sugar baby watermelons, and those are almost ready to harvest. So we're going to let those go just a little bit longer, and Levi here is starting to trim out those runners off to the side. And here we have Ryder, a little thief, stealing green beans out of the harvest basket. He usually never does that, so it's kind of a little bit surprising. So here Levi is going to trim out that dahlia that I was talking about just a little bit ago. Last year we harvested the tubers and saved them, but they just got too cold in the barn and they didn't make it. So this year we're going to try something a little bit different. We're just going to leave them in the raised beds, and we'll probably just try and cover them with some mulch. Here we have a bunch of saved flowers. We have the dahlias, there's some straw flowers here, and we had some cosmos and marigolds up on the potty bench as well. It's a great way to grow flowers next year. Here's our pepper bed. Lots of beautiful peppers on here this year. Just an amazing harvest. Here are some little mini bells. They have great flavor, but they're really seedy.
All right, I've hit my head for the last time this year on these baskets.
We accidentally kind of forgot to water them too.
At their end.
Hi.
Don't want to eat those, buddy.
They're not spicy. Do you want a pepper? It's like, I don't know what to do with it. So we have the beds pretty much cleaned up how we want. Left the couple of things in here that we want to continue growing. And now we're gonna put our fall crops where we want them. Our plan is to cover the cabbage and the kale with bug netting just until we're 100% sure that all the cabbage moths are gone. And the Swiss chard, they tend to not bother, so that will be like on the other side of the bed where we don't have to worry about covering it. We're gonna space everything out really well so that everything has a lot of room to grow, which is kind of the mistake we made in our long bed over on the other side of the greenhouse. So we're gonna not make that mistake this year. We started these seeds, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago.
Yeah.
They're, like we mentioned before, they're doing really well. and we're excited to get them in the ground. A lot of the pots have multiple plants, so this one has 3 different Swiss chard growing. So what we'll probably do is we'll see if we can get them to separate. If not, we'll keep the best looking one, which in this case is this beautiful kind of like yellow Swiss chard, and we'll cut these other 2, and this won't go to waste. We'll actually use this for a salad, or we'll saute them up later tonight. So yeah, everything looks really good. I'm gonna get these in the ground. Not all of them are created equal. This one was hiding in there and we didn't notice it, but it's still there. Not sure how well that'll do, but we'll give it a shot.
What is it?
It's a lacinato.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we kind of changed our minds a little bit. Because we have so many starts and we want to make sure they have adequate spacing, we're gonna just place them with really good spacing in the entire bed, and we're not going to do the bug netting just yet. We've been down here the last couple of days and we have not seen any of the cabbage moths. So we'll just keep watching, and if we notice them coming back because there's more brassicas in here, we'll get that bug netting out and we'll just probably have to pick up some more to cover everything. But we've kind of done a really cool stagger for everything. It'll give it great spacing and give us lots of extra food for us and for the chickens. And then we went ahead and pulled out this cucumber that was here in the middle. It had no cucumbers on it at this point, and so we decided to take that off. This China Jade still does, and this little tender green has a bunch of little cucumbers on it, so we'll keep that. As I'm sure a lot of people are, we're just kind of sick of cucumbers and squash. So we're gonna get all these planted and then probably do some more harvesting and then probably plant some seeds.
Yep. Lettuce.
Lettuce. Yeah.
This is a good day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give today.
All right, well, Tanya's over picking peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and get our lettuce planted for this fall, and I'm just gonna use the space we have left in this one bed here, and plant like about 8 squares of like a arugula, a muscalin, and another type of lettuce that we're just gonna plant kind of densely to kind of cut and come again, that we could just harvest all fall and winter long. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna use the square, which I absolutely love. And we'll just plant it all and get it all watered in.
There are 391 pictures.